Get in there, you bastard. Shit. Outtakes. G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. I hope you're ready for another cocktail. This is another interesting riff on a classic. This is essentially following the template of the Manhattan, but it does that neat trick of splitting the elements, so it brings in a more complex taste. Manhattan, pretty straightforward, whiskey and vermouth, sweet vermouth. This one, two different sorts of whiskeys, two different sorts of vermouths, little extra fruit liqueur to add just that tiny bit more sweetness. This makes it, if you're in the part of the world where it's cooling down, and again, you're not necessarily watching this when I upload it, but if you're watching this, this is what they call the fall cocktail. Now me, it's just coming into mid-spring, we're getting warmer weather, but I just love boozy cocktails, so I'm going to drink this any time of the year, and I hope that wherever you are, you'll enjoy it too. Let's make it together right now. This cocktail is called a Ridgwell, and the recipe I found recommends splitting between a bourbon and a rye whiskey. This is the thing I do. I'm going to use all Australian ingredients for this. So I'm going to use the equivalents for the original cocktail I found, but this is the thing I always recommend. Don't be afraid to improvise, and definitely buy local. So this is going to be a split between a standard type of whiskey and a rye whiskey. In my case, they'll both be Australian. You should go with what you have. For the whiskey part, I'm going to use Starward's Fortis. This Fortis means strong. This is their 100 proof whiskey, and I'm going to start with 1 ounce or 30 mils of whiskey. Next up, the rye, and I'm going to do an equal split. This is a local rye, much as Starward is kind of just down the road from me, so is the Gospel Distillery, and they specialise in rye whiskies. So far as I know, they're the only Australian distillery that focuses purely on rye whiskies. They do a good job of it. This is their straight rye. It's a 45% alcohol, so it's 90 proof. It's very nice. But again, use the rye, or maybe one of those Canadian ones that are rye style, something with those little spicy notes that you get from a rye. Going to add 1 ounce or 30 mils of rye whiskey. Now for the vermouth component, which is also split. The recipe I found suggested to use Punt E Mes, or another full-bodied vermouth. And I do have Punt E Mes and I was going to use it, but I thought I'm going all Australian. This is something I picked up recently from a local winemaker that make excellent vermouths. They're called Maiden Eye. This is what they call their Nocturne. It's a dark vermouth and it's a slightly bitter vermouth. But Punt E Mes is available in most parts of the world. It's a good addition to your bar if you don't have it, but whatever vermouth you're choosing to use, we're going with 15 mils, half an ounce. As I said, we're splitting the vermouth. We also want half an ounce of a sweet red vermouth. This, probably my favourite, another Australian make. This is from South Australia, from Unico, their Yuzu sweet vermouth. It's the reddest sweet vermouth I've had, and I love the taste of it. It goes really well in this type of drink. But whichever sweet red vermouth you're using, 15 mils, half an ounce going in. This cocktail's little twist away from the standard Manhattan recipe is just a splash of a fruit liqueur. They say a Crème de mûre, which is a blackberry liqueur. And I have, again, another local one, the Marionette Distillery, another one that's just down the road from me. They use Tasmanian blackberries for this, but you get various Crème de mûres around the world. You should be able to get one wherever you are. Or again, improvise with another berry fruit liqueur. Don't be scared, just experiment. Cocktails should be fun, not being locked down to rules. But we're really just a splash, like a bar spoon, around 5 mils of Crème de mûre. To finish this cocktail off, we are going to add some bitters. In fact, what's recommended is a split. And so I'm going to go with that. Going to be 1 dash of Angostura or some other aromatic bitters, and 1 dash of orange bitters. This is a stirred cocktail, so add ice to our stirring glass, and I'm going to use Gaz Regan's finger, because when you've got Gaz Regan's finger, you want to use it whenever you get a chance. I'm going to stir that for around 15 or 20 seconds. Get in there, you bastard. Shit. Outtakes. I've been chilling this Angostura in the freezer while I made the cocktail. You use the glassware of choice, a stemmed glass, maybe a coupe. I like this Angostura. So just strain that into the glass. It's a fantastic red colour. I think this is crying out for a maraschino cherry, really. I managed to spear a cherry, and I'm just going to put that straight in the glass. That's a magnificent colour. Now for the taste test. Oh, those whiskey flavours coming through. A little bit of spice from the rye, and the fruitiness from basically the wine-based vermouths, of course. And I'm not sure that I can actually taste the crème de mûre. It's just a little touch in there. Maybe it's there, but it's a great balance between the fruitiness and the whiskey tastes. And this is the sort of thing I could definitely sit back by a fire in a comfy chair and sip away at. But even so, as I said, it's a bit warmer here for me. It's not going to stop me enjoying this. I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying what you're doing, enjoying what you're drinking, and take care of yourself, take care of the people around you. Until I see you again, cheers.